Hi, everybody. Welcome to our informational webinar on how to pass the TOEFL exam with UP20 TOEFL. My name is Angelina, also known as Teacher Angelina, and I'm your presenter today. I am also the instructor for this particular course. So today you're going to get some information about the course. You'll get some information about our program and what we do. You'll get some information on the TOEFL exam itself. And towards the end, you'll get information on how to register for our course and pay for our course. So, we're starting with some information about me. Like I mentioned at the beginning, my name is Angelina. I'm American. I am from America and I am from New Jersey, which is near New York. Not many people know where New Jersey is, but most people know where New York is. It's very close to New York. I have more than 12 years of ESL teaching experience. My experience first started with teaching children, but for the past 8 or 9 years, I've been teaching ESL to adults. So with teaching ESL to adults, I've generally speaking been helping adults with their conversational skills, helping them with their presentation skills, also helping with preparing for the TOEFL, IELTS, and TOEIC exams, which are international exams. I've also done teacher training and college consulting. With this, we help students apply and get accepted into the college or university of their dreams. So I am also part owner of West Education and of the UP Test Preparation Network. Next, we're moving on to some information about West Education LLC. West Education LLC is an American limited liability company. We're established in America. And we have a language center in El Jadida, Morocco. It was established to help students achieve their language learning goals by following proven instructional methodology, including the communicative model and the experiential model. We use these models, plus a few others, to help our students with their language learning goals. There are many students who come to us for many different reasons. We have students who come to us just to improve their conversation skills. They want to focus possibly on pronunciation or vocabulary or just how to speak English better. We also get students who come to us for our business English courses, in which we help business professionals. Some might work in a particular field, let's say import export or natural resources, and they need to improve their English as it relates to their industry or their field. So we help them do that. We also help students who want to prepare for the international exams that I mentioned before, which are the TOEFL exam, IELTS exam, and the TOEIC exam. So we help to prepare them for the exam so that they can pass it with accepting scores for the university that they might be applying for. And so now we're going to move into what is UP20 TOEFL and what does it mean. I know many people have seen UP20 TOEFL and they're thinking, well, what in the world is this? So I want to give you just some brief information about UP20 TOEFL and the UP Test Preparation Network. So UP20 TOEFL is a part of the UP Test Preparation Network. This network helps students receive the highest possible scores on the international exams. And those international exams are TOEFL, IELTS, and TOEIC. The highest scores are determined by the pre-course exam and the post-course exam taken before and after the course using our well-developed program and network. So before you would start your course with us, after your registration process and your payment process, you would take a pre-course exam. This pre-course exam will help you and us know where you would be if you were to take the exam on that day with not many skills on how to take the exam, not many strategies, just kind of going into it blindly. After you take our course and you learn all the tips and tricks and the strategies and the things to focus on so that you can pass the exam, you will then take the pre-course exam, the post-course exam. This post-course exam is the exam that you take after you have learned the strategies, the tips and tricks, and all the skills you need to pass the exam. At the end, we compare your pre-course exam and your post-course exam. And between your pre-course and your post-course exam, you should increase up to 20 points. Yes, so you should increase up to 20 points. Generally speaking, our students increase between their pre-course and their post-course exam. Generally speaking, our students increase between 10 and 20 points, but you should definitely be able to get up to 20-point increase. Hence the name UP20 TOEFL. With our other programs within the UP-Test Preparation Network, for IELTS, between the pre-course and the post-course exam, you should increase up to 4 points. Hence the name UP4 IELTS. And for the TOEIC exam, between your pre-course and post-course exam, you should be able to increase up to 100 points. Hence the name UP100 TOEIC. So this is what the UP-Test Preparation Network is, helping students achieve their goals, showing them where they start and where they end up. And the proof that our program works is when you see that you have increased your score by up to 20 points. Yes, so this lets you know the program is real. In the event you do not reach the minimum of 10 points between your pre-course and post-course exams, a minimum of 10 points you should be able to get up to 20 points, you will receive your money back. That's right, I said it. You will receive your money back. Yeah. So this is how confident we are that you will pass the exam with the scores that you need in order to be accepted into the universities or job that you have applied to. So let's move on and talk a little bit about the TOEFL exam. So the TOEFL exam, or the test of English as a foreign language, is an international exam, and it's created to establish the level of English language proficiency of its test takers. It is most commonly taken by students whose first language is not English, and their scores are sent to universities in English-speaking countries. So these English-speaking countries are usually America, Canada, the UK, Australia, and other English-speaking countries. You take this exam so that you're able to show your language proficiency as it revolves around academic English, because this is what the TOEFL exam would be testing you on, your knowledge of academic English. So, as quoted by the ETS, which is the makers of the TOEFL exam, there are 11,000 universities across the world who take the TOEFL scores. So, most universities require students to score at least a 70 in order to be accepted. So, let me just repeat. There are about 11,000 universities across the world who accept TOEFL scores. However, most universities require that students score at least a 70 in order to be accepted. Now, there are some universities who are okay with accepting students with a 65. There are even a few who are okay with accepting students with a 60. But the average score that the universities require you to have for the TOEFL exam is a 70. The highest you can possibly get on the exam is 120. Yeah, so you need to do better than 50% on the exam to be accepted into most universities around the world. So you want to keep that in mind during your preparation phase. One of the main differences between the TOEFL exam and other international exams like the IELTS and TOEIC is that this exam is integrated. What is integrated? So it means that there's a mixture of skills. For example, in the writing part of the exam, you are asked to read something and listen to something and then write about it. This is integrated. You're not just given something to write, a topic to write about. No, the makers of the exam have made it so that you are testing all your skills or a good amount of your skills at one time. This is what it means to be integrated. So, for that reason, this makes the TOEFL exam a little bit more difficult than other international exams because it's integrated. The IELTS exam, for example, does not make you, or that is not a part of the exam. There's no integrated parts. The listening part is just listening, the writing part is just writing. And so, this is why sometimes people prefer to take the IELTS exam. However, for the TOEFL exam, it's a truly scaled exam. It really shows what life would be like as far as academic life, what academic life would be like in an English speaking country on campus. When the professor is speaking, you have to take notes. So that's two skills in one. You're listening and you're writing. When you're reading something and you're writing, this is also two skills. You know what I'm saying? So this is though this exam sometimes is considered more difficult than others, we feel that it's actually true to the situation in English speaking universities. There's no worry. We're going to help you through the entire process from the preparation all the way until test day. So, I want to talk about the average TOEFL scores around the world. So, this is ETS test and score data summary, and it gives the average scores for different countries around the world. Right now, I have the average scores for the MENA region, which is the Middle Eastern and North Africa region, as most of our experience and most of our students and most of our feedback have been from students in this part of the world. So I'm going to just go over a few of the average scores of a few of the countries listed here. So, for example, we have here Egypt. We'll start here with Egypt. And the average score for the reading section of people who take this exam in Egypt is 20. The average score for people who take this exam in Egypt in the listening section is 22. The average score for the speaking section for people who take this exam in Egypt is 22. And the average score for the writing section is 22, which gives us an average overall score of 86. Now remember, the highest score you can get on this exam is a 120. These are average scores. This is not the highest scores of the country. These are not the lowest scores of the country. These are average. Let's move down here to Kuwait. So the average score for the reading section of the exam for people who take this exam in Kuwait is 16. The average score for the listening section is 19. The average score for the speaking section is 21. And the average score for the writing section is 19. The average overall score here is 76. Keep in mind again that the highest score you can get is 120. Okay, let's move down to Morocco. In Morocco, the average score for the reading section is 19. The average score for the listening section is 21. The average score for the speaking section is also 21. And the average score for the writing section is 20. The average overall score for people who take this exam in Morocco is 81. 81. Now let's skip over here to Saudi Arabia. The average overall score for the reading section for people who take this exam in Saudi Arabia is 15. The average score for the listening section is 18. The average score for the speaking section is 20, and the average score for the writing section is 17. The average overall score for people who take this exam in Saudi is 69. Remember, the highest score you can get is 120. Most universities will not accept your TOEFL scores if you have anything less than a 70. The average overall scores for these countries that I mentioned to you, the highest of them is Egypt. The highest of them is Egypt at 86. So this lets us know what the average scores are within the MENA region and where a lot of the difficulties for our students are as it relates to the TOEFL exam. So our program is specifically structured for these difficult points for our students who are from this area. We understand that most students in Saudi Arabia have issues with reading and comprehension. Therefore, the average score in Saudi Arabia for the reading is very low. So what we do is prepare our students for these points, these pain points, as it relates to their preparation of this exam. So what exactly will you learn in this course? By the end of this masterclass, you'll be able to effectively understand and use test-taking strategies, giving them the skills of reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Your teacher is a native English speaker, which is me. So for parts of the exam, like the speaking part where pronunciation is pretty important, it helps to have a native English speaker be able to help you along the process or along with the process. You'll also be able to use creative thinking skills when developing responses in the speaking and writing sections. You'll be able to learn to take notes for the listening parts and the integrated parts of the exam. You'll be able to have improved English speaking and writing skills with personalized feedback. You will definitely get feedback within the course. This course is a live course, so you'll get your feedback immediately. You will also be able to score or earn up to a 20-point increase between your pre-course and your post-course exam. So, what are some of the benefits of this course? The first benefit is the fact that it's a live course, one-on-one coaching with a native English speaking TOEFL exam guru. I definitely coin myself as a TOEFL exam guru, as I have had many students who have passed the exam with really good scores. And not only that, they were accepted into the universities that they've always dreamed of being accepted into. Another benefit of the course, it is is that it is detailed preparation covering each section of the exam with detailed tips and tricks that guarantee awesome results. We don't just tell you, okay, go ahead and read more. Okay, find some academic vocabulary. No, we give you the academic vocabulary. We go through the vocabulary with you, what it means, how to say it, how to use it in a sentence. Another benefit of this course is that the teacher has North American accent and pronunciation correction. This exam, ETS, the TOEFL exam and the TOEIC exam, they also do the GRE and different exams. This company is based in America. Therefore, a lot of the English that's used in this exam is American English, not necessarily British English. When you're speaking during the speaking part of the exam, they're wanting you to use American English instead of British English or another type of English. So this is a benefit because the instructor of this course is American, and so you'd pick up on American pronunciation, accent, and others. Another benefit is the course is strictly focuses on the exam and not other things that are not related to the exam. You find sometimes that a lot of the TOEFL preparation courses focus on the students learning the English language and then focusing on the structure of the exam. But with this course, we're solely focusing on the exam. We're focusing on all the skills you need for the exam. We're focusing on all the tips and tricks needed to pass this exam. Everything from anxiety tips and tricks to comfortability and eating breakfast before you go take your exam. It's a well-rounded, full realm course. Last but not least, another benefit is that students can ask questions live and get responses right away. So, who is this course for? This course is for students who are at least a B1 level, at least an upper intermediate level, and they're looking to apply for university in America, Canada, or another place abroad. They're looking to show their English language level, maybe for a job or some sort of training program, because they do ask, sometimes training programs and jobs do ask for your TOEFL scores. Or a person who needs it for immigration purposes, because there are some countries who accept TOEFL scores for the purposes of immigration. So, this is our last slide. This gives you information about the course registration, the start date, and the price. So, in order to register for this course, you want to follow this link here to our website. You will follow this link and it will bring you to the registration form off to the right-hand side, in which you will fill in all the important information that's asked. After that, you would pay for the course. Right now, up until August 3rd, the cost of the course is $250. $250. This is 50% off of the normal price of the course. After August 3rd, this course will be $500. So you have up until August 3rd to pay $250 for this TOEFL preparation course. The start date for the course is August 10th. Yes, so August 10th is the start date for this course. Not August 11th, August 10th, okay? August 10th is on a Monday. Yes, so this is the start date. Please register and pay for your course soon because there are only 10 spaces available. The course will not open up again until November. So please register for your space, pay for your space before this is gone. I'd like to thank everyone for attending our informational webinar. If you have any questions, you are welcome to contact us via our website. If you would like to have more information about our course, you can visit our website. And just so you know, there is a free trial for anyone who is interested in such. There's a free 25-minute trial just so you can be able to know what you're getting yourself into. You can also apply for the trial course on our website. I'd like to thank everybody for attending and enjoy your day. I'll see you guys in the course.